Hi everyone, I'm Gemma Stafford, and today on Bigger Bolder Baking we are making this amazing Irish oat bread. It is just 6 ingredients, no flour at all, and we made in 10 minutes. Check it out. So a big thank you to Mary McManus, whose recipe this is for Irish oat bread. She's my mom's friend, and this is game changing. So everybody say a big thank you to Mary. Now the first thing we're going to do is start out in a food processor. We need to blend up our oats. Now these are old-fashioned oats or rolled oats, just regular oats. The thing about this bread is that you can't use steel cut oats. That will not work. So just regular oats. And if you only have quick cooking oats to hand, that also works too. So guess what? One of the beauties of this recipe is that it's a flourless bread. It's all based on oats. So we are going to blend up these oats to make them into a fine flour. It takes a few seconds and that's all we have to do. Okay, lovely. Look at this. So blend them for around 20-30 seconds. You want to get like a fine flour. Some lumps of oats in there are totally fine. Nice big bowl, and we're going to add our oat flour into there. Good, I'm happy with this. Okie dokie, now into our dry ingredients, we are going to add in our salt. Very important to have salt in bread, otherwise it can seem a little bit flat. And then next, baking soda, or what we call in Ireland bread soda. Now we call it bread soda because this is the key ingredient in Irish breads. Our traditional breads are not based on yeast. They're actually quick breads. But rather than using baking powder like a lot of quick breads you see out there, we use baking soda. And the reason that we do this is because we want the chemical reaction between the baking soda and an acid. Now traditionally in Ireland we love buttermilk bread, and buttermilk is your acid. So you know I have recipes for white soda bread, I have recipes for whole wheat soda bread. They're really amazing breads. They're quick breads, which means no yeast, baking soda and buttermilk. This is baking soda, but our acid is not buttermilk. This is a little bit different, and this is one of the reasons why I love to give George this bread. Our acid is yogurt, plain yogurt, full fat yogurt for more flavor, plain, not Greek. It's a little bit looser in texture. This with the baking soda is going to cause a chemical reaction and rise our bread beautifully. So another one of our wet ingredients is treacle, also known as molasses. We love this in Ireland. We add it into recipes usually with like Guinness, gingerbread. Oh my gosh, we love gingerbread in Ireland. But anyway, I thought this was a really lovely addition. Mary said it's optional, but I think it's really lovely because it's sweet. It gives the bread kind of a caramelly molasses flavor, and it also makes it a bit darker in color. So I thought that was really nice. Now, if you do not have treacle or molasses in your country, which I know a lot of people don't, I have the perfect solution. You can easily make it at home with a little bit of dark brown sugar and water. And I have a recipe for a molasses substitute that works fantastic that you can make yourself. Once you make it, you're going to have leftovers. Keep it in your cupboard for months on end. You'll always have it there. Okie dokie, we're going to add an egg in here and give your wet ingredients a mix together. So I tested this recipe a lot, and everybody we shared the bread with absolutely loved it. Like they adored it, and they couldn't believe that it was literally 6 ingredients: eggs, treacle, salt, baking soda, oats, yogurt. I think I'm missing something there, but like so easy. And what I love about this recipe also is that you mix it by hand. So we're going to add our wet ingredients into our dry. No machine needed, no time waiting around for yeast. In Ireland, we love our food, but we like it also easy and fast. You can use a spatula or a wooden spoon. If you are Irish, if you have an Irish mammy, if you know of one, you're no stranger to a wooden spoon. But these are really handy, and I have to say, I just always grab for it when I'm in the kitchen. So now just mix it until your dough just comes together. So as I'm mixing, I want you to see something. Can you see how the dough has actually kind of puffed up? It actually has activated. The yogurt and the baking soda have combined, they've activated and starting to rise. That's the beauty of these breads. It happens really fast. So what we want to do is stop mixing, and we're going to bring in our pan. There we go, just a regular 9x5 pan, lined and buttered also. And just flatten it out as much as you can on top. Okay, lovely. Now let's not waste any more time and get this bread into the oven. So we're baking our bread 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius for around 45 to 50 minutes. It bakes really fast. Now, while I have you here, I just want to remind you that St. Patrick's Day is coming up, and that's why we're doing this recipe. So head over to biggerbolderbaking.com because I have tons of great new Irish recipes over there, including a recipe for potato farls, which is a lovely potato pancake that I grew up on. My mum used to make them all the time, and it's one of our most popular recipes on the website. And then also new for this year, we've got a recipe for a whiskey bread, and then also these chocolate and whiskey pots, which were out of this world. I use O'Driscoll's whiskey, which is from Wexford, Ireland, where I'm from, and they are insane. So make sure you check those out. And here is our lovely bread. Look at that, it's gorgeous. So just so you know, this bread doesn't rise a ton, so don't be worried about that. But let's just look at the top. It's lovely golden brown. It crackles a little bit, smells amazing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to let this cool down. It's always best if you let fresh bread cool down, then we're going to slice into it and enjoy it. Every time I try this bread, it just reminds me why Irish food is so amazing. A few ingredients, simple, amazing results. It tastes fantastic. The texture is so soft. The oats give it a wonderful flavor, and that little bit of molasses in there gives it that beautiful golden brown color. The flavor is amazing, and it was simple, homemade bread in minutes. Tasting this bread makes me very happy because it gives me like all the feels on the inside, because it transports me right back home to the simple food that I grew up with. And this is why people around the world love Irish food so much. It's good quality, the simplicity of it, and it's just amazing. It's good for my heart and for my soul. And I really hope you try this recipe because it's such a wonderful bread. I want to say a big thank you to Mary Mac for sharing this wonderful bread recipe with us. Stick around because I've got lots more Irish videos for you to get you in the mood for St. Patrick's Day. Potato farls, bread, lots of stuff, so check those out.